there's nothing that could get that image out of my head now. You know?
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's like, what are you thinking? That is some backdrop you've got there, man. Look at all them beautiful guitars on the wall.
Yeah, they're cool, aren't they?
I'm telling you right now, man. Yeah. God.
Thank you.
Well, I know time is short. I could just ramble on with you all day long. But everybody, welcome back to Rock Titan. All right. Amazing guest with us. You've seen him before. We've had him on talking about his own solo projects and Firewind. That's what we're going to be focused on right now. And, we've had him on the show with Vinnie Moore and, because they've collaborated in the past and hopefully will again in the future. Yeah, and if you love this podcast, show us some love and go out and show Mr. Gus G all the love in the world. And you're definitely going to want to after you see the new DVD that's coming out September 1st. Still Raging, 20th anniversary of Firewind. Can't even believe it. Gus, how you doing, man?
I'm good, my man. How are you?
Well, you know what? I'm in a much better mood since I have actually had the honor and the privilege of a pre-release of Still Raging.
Oh.
Yes,
What'd you think?
I'll tell you what, the production was absolutely off the charts. The production quality, the sound quality, everything. I mean, so that's one of the things I kind of wanted to talk to you about. Like, was this your first time ever doing a live performance DVD like this?
No, it's the second actually. We so it's actually let me explain. It's kind of funny with this how this came about because back in 2008 we had an album called The Premonition,
right,
which was one of our bigger albums at the time, and we had shot a DVD in our hometown here, mind you, at the exact same venue. Well, different venue, but at the same kind of like management. It was called Principal Club Theater.
Okay.
And we played the new album back to back, and we filmed it and we released it as a DVD right after The Premonition came out. We put it out like it was called Live Premonition. So that was like our DVD moment before the market crashed on physical product and DVD, of course.
Okay.
So we were kind of like thinking for all these years, at least we got our DVD, like we were one of the bands that were able to release one. So, but that one is out of print, and it was sold out and all that. And now come 2022, we started touring again after pandemic and started doing a few gigs.
Yeah.
Right. So we hadn't really planned on this type of thing. We just said, we had a couple of festivals in Europe, and then we were going to do 2 shows in Greece because we always draw a bigger crowd here. And we thought, okay, we're going to play nice venues for a bigger crowd. And it was like 5 years since we played hometown. I'm like, okay, let's do it. It's going to be fun. Celebrate 20 years, blah, blah, blah. And then the same exact film crew that did our DVD 15 years ago came and said, hey, we can film this one as well if you want. We'll just send the van down there with the crew and the camera crew and everybody, and we'll just do it again if you want. And I was like, oh, hell yeah. Wow. So that's when it got me thinking like, okay, maybe I should just do something with this now. And then I was thinking, well, who's going to buy like a DVD in 2023? Like, I don't know who even has like a DVD player anymore. But you know what? I put out a couple of songs on my YouTube channel and people were really ecstatic about it. They're like, when are you going to put out the whole concert? When are you going to? So then I thought, okay, I'll talk to the label. So I went to AFM Records and I said, hey, how about we do something, even if it's like a smaller, like limited edition or something. So then they said, okay, let's do a Blu-ray plus 2 audio CD, double audio CD. So it's a really nice package.
Well, and that's the thing, Gus. You bring up a really good point because it's not just about, we live in very different times, right? So people consume their media in so many different ways now. But the point is that you've got a physical product now, like you just talked about. You got the Blu-ray and then you've got the double CD from Firewind, 20th anniversary. It's an amazing show. Everybody, I'm telling you right now, because like what you were talking about, what you did 15 years ago, it was just premonition, start to finish, where this is like your work like from a few different
This is
albums.
the best of. Yeah. Like now we have more catalog on our back. Like we have 9 albums that we're playing material from.
Yeah.
It's also like the it's a great showcase to show like how the band looks and sounds nowadays.
Well, you got a
With
new
Herbie,
front
who's
man, obviously, from last time.
yes,
Yeah,
we have Herbie Langhans on the last record, so
yeah,
it's
yeah.
interesting. I want people to see how he sings the catalog of the previous guys and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And it's filmed well. It's the sound, and actually I want to say this also. It's all live for real. This is not a studio recording. This is how we played that night, which I'm proud of because the band sounds really good. You know?
Yes, that I was going to ask you that. I'm like, because there's been a lot of crap in the news over the last year, I guess, about backtracks and all that kind of stuff. And I've talked to numerous
Yeah,
artists about it. I'm not going to bore you with all of it because I'm sure I know where you stand on that. But the thing that really stuck out at me, because I'm listening to this as I'm watching it, and I'm just like, wow, those guys are on. I mean, it was so
yeah.
crisp. Like, hats off. Hats off to the sound engineer and the people that recorded
Thanks.
this and produced it because it was just so top notch. I mean, it was like studio. I mean, you would have thought that this was done like that. You had all kinds of lead in time. I don't even know the level of effort that had to go into this, all the various moving parts and everything. Now, you were saying a little bit ago that you really didn't have a whole lot of lead in time to deciding you were going to make this show part of a live DVD. I mean, how fast did that all come together? From the moment the guys said, "Hey,
Yeah,
we can film this again," and you're like, "Okay." How much time was that? How much time went by before you knew this was
we
going to happen?
had like a month or something.
Okay, all right. So there was some
So
prep time.
it
Okay,
there was some prep time. Yeah, yeah. It wasn't like it didn't happen like the week before,
okay,
but
all right.
yeah. But it was still it was. I mean, for us, it's like it was the same preparation as we would have done another club show.
Okay,
We have with our crew and everything. I didn't interfere with the director and his crew, and they only just asked us, "Can we set up here?" and certain things like that, where they were going to set up certain cameras. But other than that, they had their world, and we were in our music world of like our crew was our crew, and they were doing their thing. But they all worked nicely together, and it worked out. The only thing that we have a little bit of a mishap was some of our special effects didn't work that night. We had some CO2 jets. We had like four of them, and two of them didn't work. And
okay.
the two that worked, they didn't work on all the songs. But that was like a proper live thing. That's what happens.
Sure,
And we
sure.
didn't and we didn't shoot it again. This is how it looks like, and this is we changed some stuff on the video edits, but other than that, the audio and the performance of the band, it's what happened that night.
That's awesome. Yeah. So everybody's still raging. Comes out September 1st for everybody, for the masses. Go out and get it. You will not be disappointed. It's really incredible. Oh man. So as far as like when you're on camera, I mean, obviously you're an entertainer. You're an amazing guitarist. You played the crowd without a doubt. But when you know that it's being filmed, do you do anything different? Or is
No.
Gus G just Gus G all the time?
Gus G's all time. I cannot do anything else. I mean, there's not much more that I can do. I just pray to God that I don't mess it up.
Yeah, yeah. Now, how special was it that it was in Thessaloniki? Because obviously that's your home. That had to play a part in it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I mean, as you can see, it was a big crowd because all my cousins showed up, all my family, and we have big
Woo! That's a
families in Greece.
big
So yeah,
family.
I had all thousands of my cousins showed up and my aunts, and so
Ah,
it was mostly relatives in the audience. Yeah,
that audience. All right, so everybody, when you're watching this, and this is a rage, okay? There are
yeah,
thousands. Wow, so your family's
yep.
just like rabbits, huh?
Yeah. And that's why we are so huge here because we have a big family.
That's what it is. It's all just built in. Oh my gosh, that is so hilarious. Yeah, so you never have to worry about ticket sales, even if it was all
Nope.
on you. Let's say there was no promoter or
Yep.
publicist or anything. It's like,
Nothing.
hey, family, I got some tickets. You want to
Yeah.
buy them?
That guest list was like 16 pages long. Yeah.
Oh man, that's too funny. That is too funny. Oh my gosh. Dude, those guitars you got on your wall that everybody can see right now, obviously that's just a very small portion of what you got. How many guitars do you have? Do you even know?
Um, I think I kind of do know. I don't have that many compared to some other people that I know.
Okay.
I think there must be at around 40 or 50
Okay, that's
within that
modest.
range.
That's
Yeah,
modest. Now,
because I don't really collect guitars.
okay.
Most of the guitars that I have is just prototypes and different versions of my signature models. I'm not the guy who goes out there and hunts like for that special relic guitar, vintage guitar. I'm not into that stuff.
Right on. Right on.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. And I had more, but I gave some of them to some friends over the years and stuff. So yeah,
Okay. Now,
but I
did
mean, I was talking to somebody like a Michelangelo Badio. He has like over 200 guitars. He's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I would imagine he probably does. Well, yeah, do you count the guitars individually even when they have like four necks on them? Does that count as
I don't
one
know.
guitar or is that four guitars?
That's something I have to ask him about. That I think that counts as one guitar. He probably thinks of it as one. So maybe he has way more than 200. If he has like 20 double necks, then that counts as, I don't know.
He is seriously like one of those Hindu statues, with like the 12 different arms. He's like got all these
Yeah.
different axes and each one playing all of them individually. He's nuts. Have you ever played any kind of an instrument like that? Have you ever done like
Um,
any of the Steve Vai double neck action?
I tried to play one of Michael's guitars. Actually, we just did a tour together a couple of months ago in
Yeah,
Europe, and he had his double neck, and I just tried it on
yeah.
for a little bit, and it was weird.
You got to be
It was weird.
ambidextrous. I don't even know how you do it.
Yeah, yeah. I am ambidextrous in some things because
Okay.
I'm a lefty, but I do certain things with my right hand. So
Right on.
and so is Mike and Michael as well. So I
Okay.
I thought it was strange, but I kind of got into the mindset of how he did it when he told me how he did it, and I mean it's basically literally sitting down and learning how to play guitar again from the other side as well.
Right. Right.
And the guy did that. I mean,
That's crazy.
I don't know how there were like some things that I saw. I'm like, okay, probably if I practiced this for like 2 years, I would be able to do some of it. But it's like, I mean, that takes
Yeah.
a lot of effort, and it's not about only the effort and the practicing. It's about the idea, the originality. And
Sure.
Michael was an innovator when it comes to that.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Now, did I see recently, Gus, that you got a new signature Jackson guitar? I seem to see something like on your social media, and you were doing like the opening of a new Jackson guitar. Was that just like
Oh no,
what was that?
that was a giveaway. That was a giveaway.
Was that
We
a giveaway?
released yeah, it was a what do you call it?
Okay,
Like a tablature book, like a transcription book.
okay,
And because we released it, we just gave away one of my signature guitars.
okay. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
I wasn't sure if you had anything new or not.
I'm working on something new. Let's just say that. But
Okay. All right. All right.
yeah,
So that leads me into what we're talking about because obviously we're talking Still Raging coming out September 1st, everybody, 20th anniversary edition DVD from Firewind. So new music with Firewind, new album. That's what you're alluding to, I'm guessing, but we're not going to put any kind of a timetable on this other than the fact that it is imminent.
exactly. No, we do have a new album. It's finished. I mean, when I say finished, it's recorded, mixed, mastered, and we have delivered it to the label. But we are getting all the other parts together now, which means artwork, like videos, all those things, like deciding what's the next single, blah blah blah, all the parts together. So that'll take a couple of more months, and then I think we're gonna start rolling with some new music towards the end of this year. A new album is definitely coming out in 24. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Now I know you've been doing a lot of touring over there in Europe and around Greece. We talking about doing anything over here in the States anytime soon?
Yeah, yeah. I want us to come back next year, hopefully in the spring. This is a discussion right now. It's happening right now. I can't say anything because
So you can
nothing is
support the new
booked. It's just
Firewind album that's going to be coming out, and then you come over here to the States in the spring, and that's the way it's all going to go down. So you heard it here
that's the
first,
idea.
everybody.
Yeah. I mean, my idea is to put out the album in the spring and then just start touring US and Europe right away. Now, is that going to go according to how I'm thinking about? I don't know, but I'm trying for that.
Sure. All right. Well, Gus, I know you got to get going, but one final thought, because you know how I am. I always like to try to plant seeds if they haven't already been planted. But, we're talking about Still Raging, and, so we know that that's going to be on DVD and double CD for audio.
Hmm.
But what about, because of the change in media platforms and everything, what about like a Netflix special? What about something on like Hulu or one of these streaming, Max or something like that. You know what I'm talking? Has that ever been discussed with you and any of your people about having a video
Hmm.
experience like that on the streaming platforms?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That has been discussed. I think I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I mean, I don't know if because I don't know if it's official, but I know that the label was talking to. Have you heard of this new platform called Thunderflix?
I have
It's like
not.
Netflix. Okay, you should check it out, and
Okay.
maybe your viewers and listeners they should check it out. It's like a Netflix for metal.
Underflix.
Uh,
All right.
Thunderflix. It's pretty amazing. I tried it out the other day, and man, the software and the app work amazingly. It's like as good as Netflix, as fast and as easy to navigate around that. And
Okay.
they have like documentaries and live videos and things like that, uh, just on metal bands, which is incredible.
I love it. I love it.
And yeah, and I think I had talked to them about like you guys should reach out to Thunderflix, and I'm not sure if it's 100%, but I believe this will also be available for streaming over there.
That's huge. That's huge. I mean,
Hopefully,
that's
yeah,
got to be the way things go. Because, like you said, I mean, you always want to have the hard copy material because it's like a
yeah,
collectible, it's something that's
yeah,
tangible. Everybody wants that.
yeah.
So everybody, you're going to go out and you're going to buy Still Raging 20th anniversary album, from Firewind, the DVD. The performance is amazing. It's an hour and 46 minutes long, and it kicks ass. And you get to see, Gus showing off, doing what most human beings will never even be able to aspire to do on the guitar. So, it is what it is. But Gus, I know you got to get going. And dude, it's always a blast hanging out with you, man. And one of these
Same here,
days,
man.
whether I have to come to Greece or you have to come over here to like Hockessin, Delaware, okay, we'll all hang out. We'll have a good time. I think we'll probably have more fun in Greece than in
I
Delaware. But that's just me.
Well, anytime you want to come over to Greece, just give me a shout.
I will
You're always
definitely
welcome.
do that. I will definitely do that. Well, again, everybody, I am Scotty J. You are watching Rock Titan. We are here with Gus G. And if you enjoyed this podcast every bit as much as I know you have had to have had, show us a little bit of love. Definitely, we got all the links to all of Gus's stuff here. Go show him some love if you haven't already. But if you're watching this with Gus, then clearly you've shown him love. But you can never have enough. But again,
Yeah.
thank you for tuning in. I'm Scotty J. We're out.